explain the mayoral structure. What sort of resources, what are you taking over? So if you were elected tomorrow, what is your job as?
Yeah, so it's built around some core things. So transport in particular, and you've got some really good examples. One thing Nottingham does have that is good is a good transport system, good bus system, tram. Most of the region doesn't have that. And how you kind of level that up, to coin a phrase, how you fill the gaps, how you make sure people in rural villages have got connectivity. And also in that space, you know, some of the rail projects, some of the, you know, tram extensions, things we've talked about for a long time. We've never had the money. Well, in the future we'll have funding and decision-making power over those things. Skills, adult skills in particular, retraining, so where we've got gaps in our workforce, where we've got local jobs that we've not quite got the right skills for, or we've got new sectors, like we talked about step fusion before, clean energy. How do we create those kind of workforces, so clout in that kind of space? And then things like economic development, so major projects. We've got loads, whether it's STEP at West Burton, whether it's Ratcliffe-on-Soar Power Station, Freeport, which is incentives to invest in our part of the world, or kind of flagship things like the Broadmarsh, where it just needs resetting and it needs a bit more of a commercial, a private sector view of what's actually viable there, because I don't think the plans that the City Council have come up with are ever actually going to make any money back for an investor, and if it doesn't, they're never going to invest in it. So some of the things I think we can tackle, but it can go much wider than that, and you've seen it in Manchester in particular, where over time things that they've been interested in, they've been able to add to. So I'm really interested in young people, in sport, in those kind of early intervention prevention services that keep people out of care and keep, you know, that's what we do at the council, right? So I'd love to get into a space of getting more clout and more funding from government around sports facilities and physical activity, around youth services, and around being able to kind of embed that kind of stuff in more communities, particularly that haven't got it right now, because there's loads of cold spots where people just can't access services. So it's really wide scope, which is why it's quite exciting, right? Because there's loads of extra cash, literally billions of pounds to invest in some really exciting things.